What is up, everybody? This is round number 12 of the Monster Truck Nation M.T.N 2 series. 16 of the best monster trucks in the world are here on a very narrow course at Union Grove, Wisconsin, Racine County Fairgrounds at Union Grove, Wisconsin, I should say. Hi, everybody. I'm Tom Todd 774, and Cody, the track dynamics gonna change drastically now.
Yeah, how different.
Well, yesterday it was dry and the track would hold a lot of horsepower, but it's not going to be the case today. It's going to be a wet, rainy day here at Union Grove.
Yeah, I can tell that it's raining. Oh, goodness.
And it's going to be a slopping contest when we go into racing today.
Hopefully, they'll all be careful when they drive out there in the rain. It can
Uh,
get quite slippery.
that it can be. Anyways, here is a look at the first round brackets. Some new day, some mystery men. There is a mystery man in this field today. We'll touch on that in a bit. But Cody, what are your expectations going into this first round?
Hmm. Well, it's going to be rather interesting what will happen here and there, so I'm looking forward to it.
So am I. Especially with the changing track conditions here at Union Grove. Let's meet the participants. First and foremost, tough weekend for this man here. Gary Porter out of Waynesboro, North Carolina, and the Carolina Crusher Chevrolet. And Cody, he's had some tough luck these past couple of days at Union Grove.
Yeah, it's sad, really. He's trying so hard to keep up with everyone, but for some reason, he's just not able to right now. Maybe he'll get better on this day.
Yeah, hopefully he'll have something ironed out, especially on this wet, muddy track here at Union Grove. It is raining. It's raining hard. I must emphasize. And his opponent will be a rather prolific one at that. Dave Pizzo, the cousin of Alan Pizzo and Prowler. Team Pizzo is competing here today.
Wow, that's going to be amazing to see.
That it certainly
Looking
will
forward to
be. That it certainly will be. Dave Pizzo out of Brentwood, Tennessee.
I look forward to seeing what he can bring into the table as he drives around.
So do I. And Barefoot is back. We've seen Fred Schaefer we've seen the Barefoot team have a lot of success here at Union Grove. Won the first day, went upside down the second day. The question is, do they have that truck put back together? We'll have to wait and see. His opponent will be a rather unknown driver, basically a mystery man here, Ronnie Cochran out of Cocoa Beach, Florida, in Raging Steel. Cody.
Wow, another great truck here today. Can't wait to see what he has to offer.
Uh, so do I. Pam Vale in the Boogie Van out of Hagerstown, Maryland, is also here today. And she's got some tough. And however, as tough as she is, she's got a tough opponent. This man is no easy easy prey anywhere he goes, pun intended. Alan Pizzo and the Predator, Cody.
Yep, that's another classic matchup. We don't see it happen that often, but it is still considered a classic matchup.
Yep, these two names have battled before in the Pinda Point series.
Indeed.
We'll have to wait and see what the implication is on that. Sky Hartley, who scored his first win of the season in the snakebite truck at Cottage Grove. He's looking to add another to his resume, but he's got a tough opponent though. Usually a guy who's crewing for the Executioner truck. He's usually the crew chief on the Executioner truck. He'll be doing double duty between crewing for the Executioner truck and being in the driver's seat today. Tim Hall in the Iceman truck.
Whew. That's going to be amazing to see.
And we don't really see Iceman a whole lot. So we'll see what Tim Hall brings to the table. Moving to the other side of the ladder, we got Lottie Childress out of Missouri and the Bigfoot Ford. Been to the finals twice this weekend, but hasn't been able to score a win. His opponent will be the Canadian Don Frankish in the Maniac Ford. So both Fords a pair in that matchup, Cody. What do you think?
Yeah, that's going to be a good one to see those two go head to head together. Let's see what they have to offer at some point.
Oh yeah, we'll see them later in round one. Mark Hall, out of Champaign, Illinois, in the Executioner. Executioner has scored one win this season at the freestyle competition at Indianapolis earlier this season. He's looking forward to put on some big numbers here today. His opponent will be a Leaf Sprung entry. Steve Hess out of Columbia City, Indiana, in the Nightmare GMC.
Cool.
Going into the other first round brackets, Rod Schmid once again pilots the Grave Digger. He's been piloting the Grave Digger all shows this weekend. He wants to close this weekend out with a win, but he's got a very tough opponent. The underdog, really, in all intents and purposes, Kirk Frankish in the Wild Thing, Cody.
That'll be a great matchup right there between those two.
That it certainly will be. In our final race in round number one, Brian Townsend out of Indiana in the Monster Patrol. He really wants to turn his luck around here at Union Grove, but he's got a very tough opponent. That being in the form of Kayla Strong in USA 1.
Wow, Monster Patrol and USA 1. Man, that's going to be a cool matchup between those two. I wonder how that round will go at some point when we get there.
Oh, yes, you and me too. Anyways.
They're going to bring out the chops.
Yep, everybody licking their chops for a victory here at Union Grove, but it's not going to be easy by any stretch of imagination. It is raining hard, and these guys have to accommodate a wet, muddy, and also wet grass on the track. That creates all sorts of new hazards.
Yeah, it does. And one more thing, did you make sure that day 3 is loaded?
I didn't change the track because of the weather conditions.
Oh, I thought day 3 would have changed.
Yeah,
In all
me
that.
too. Me too, but I decided to not but I decided to keep it simple. But I decided to keep it simple, stupid.
Okay, so be it.
Yeah, just a conscious decision on my part. I apologize for
Okay,
disappointing you.
I don't know. It's fine.
Anyways, first round for round number one, race number one. Number one, Gary Porter out of Wadesboro, North Carolina, and the Carolina Crusher taking on Dave Pizzo and Prowler. And Dave Pizzo, I think, is a little bit intimidated by this track, Cody. He's never. Dave Pizzo rarely runs on outdoor circuits. Plus, it's. Plus, and excuse me for throwing out a pun here, but don't tigers dislike water?
Normally, yes.
So, oh man, this should
Well, they'll have
this
time.
yep, this could bring some championship implications.
Yeah. So
Anyway,
good.
anyways, Prowler, Carolina Crusher to kick things off here at Union Grove. A wet, rainy night, rainy evening here at Union Grove.
The monsters have been unleashed.
Yeah, that
Slow
they
start.
have. Slow start for both of them, but Crusher keeps it nice and low over the cars. Prowler, I think, just bogged down at the starting line.
Yeah, I saw that was pretty problematic there. I want to see a replay of that just in case.
Oh, yes. Yep, Prowler just bogged down at the line.
Yeah, he just didn't have enough power to drive through. Not fast enough.
And what they're doing is as this competition is going to progress because of the hazardous conditions here at Union Grove, they're going to be digging holes at the starting line. I didn't say start. They're going to be yes at the end of the by the end of this competition. There's going to be starting holes. I didn't say starting lines. I said starting holes.
Yeah.
So Carolina Crusher advances after our first showdown of this wet evening.
We're on to round 2 now. Second round.
Round number one, race number two. Fred
Yep.
Schaefer out of Pontoon Beach, Illinois, and Barefoot, the Big Dodge, coming in as our season points leader. He still has the points lead, but I think things have really tightened up between him and Bigfoot. Bigfoot's just been much more consistent this season than Barefoot has. But Barefoot has won 4 out of the last 6 events.
Yeah.
His opponent will be Ronnie Cochran out of Cocoa Beach, Florida, in the Raging Steel Chevrolet.
If I'm not mistaken, I don't know if they ever raced before against each other.
This is the very first time these two names have been paired up against each other, like
Possibly.
literally ever.
Yeah. Well, it ought to be a good one for sure.
Yeah, it ought to be a good race.
Yeah.
Now you see what these crews are doing. They are detuning a lot of these engines because the track will not hold the horsepower. And Fred Schaefer is got to be really careful here. This track is really slick.
Very. Okay. The monsters have been unleashed.
That they have.
Let's see what the leaf so far and has won that round by
And
keeping the
barefoot
pace.
Fred Schaefer picking up right where he left off from day one after
Yeah,
getting upside down in day two. Remember that?
yeah, that was quite the crash he had there on day 2.
Raging Steel again dug in at the starting line, and because most of these guys are running cut tires, they are just not getting the grip that they need on this track. What they really need to do is get full lugs on their tires. That way they can dig down into the mud and get some traction. That is the problem on this wet, muddy track.
Yeah, they just need the right setup in order to plow through it properly.
Yep. And right now, everybody is running a guessing game. Here is Barefoot. Straight as an arrow run, but wow. Barefoot advances, and that's going to be much to Gary Porter's displeasure.
Yeah,
Because he's had the unfortunate circumstance to lose out against Barefoot, especially with Fred Schaefer at the wheel.
yeah.
All right, round number one, race number 3. Pam Vale in the Boogie Van out of Hagerstown, Maryland. Excuse me. She'll be going up against out of Brentwood, Tennessee. Hagerstown, Maryland. Man, I do not have my head on today. I am so sorry. Anyways,
It's okay.
he'll be going up against Brentwood, Tennessee's Alan Pizzo in the Predator. And Predator, I think, is coming in with the right setup.
And let's see if he's ready to pounce on the competition.
Oh, yes. He thinks because of the weather he might have this field covered. We'll have to wait and see about that.
Yeah.
Can he live up to the talk?
Or will he get frightened by the Boogie Van?
Anyways, Boogie Van taking on the Predator. Predator with a little extra traction. That's going to allow him to score the victory.
Very good.
Boogie Man, I think, might have changed her tire setup too. She was not that far behind. And that has been the closest race so far today.
Yeah. That was a good one.
It came down to reaction time, and it just and it just more or less happened that Boogie Van got that, or Predator, excuse me, got the better reaction time. Alan Pizzo has been around. He does have a resume. And he especially knows how to get around on these wet, muddy tracks. So Predator moves on. Next up, round number 1, race number 4. Sky Hartley, out of the Bob Chandler stable in the Snakebite truck. And he'll be taking on the Hall brothers' second team truck, Cody. Tim Hall, brother of Mark Hall, in the Iceman.
Wow. That's going to be interesting to see.
That it will be. These two trucks, this is the first time that these two names have been paired up against each other.
Yeah, that's the first time I've ever seen them in a race right now.
They are
Hill comes
detuning the.
over.
Yep, they are
Are we
detuning
gonna?
these engines. They are detuning and detuning these engines because the track will just not hold the horsepower.
Or will the snake fight back? We'll just find out.
Oh yeah, we are definitely going to find out there. Iceman and Snake Bite.
Wow, that was pretty good.
That it was. Hartley wins it pretty easily over Tim Hall. I think Hall just, once again, like many other trucks, bogged down at the starting line. See, he's just digging a hole. See, he's just digging a hole.
Yep, and he was a little over the place, a little bit.
At least nobody has yet to have mechanical problems as of yet in this competition. I hope I'm not jinxing that. Anyway,
Yeah,
Snake Bite moves on.
so far so good.
Next up, Lonnie Childress out of Missouri and Bigfoot. And he'll be taking on Don Frankish in the Maniac. A lot of these guys detuning their motors, and neither one of them wants to crash, but Maniac's running cut tires. I'm not sure that's going to be the right choice of tire on this track. Cody, what do you think?
Well, I agree. It may or may not be the best setup for them, but we'll just see how they do.
Oh yeah, we most certainly will. Anyways, Maniac and Bigfoot.
Oh wow, Bigfoot's
Oh,
there.
Maniac
Oh,
losing control. He's in the water barriers. Out of
yep.
control.
Well, so much for Maniac winning that round.
Oh my goodness, I like this. He's going to try to finish the race.
Yep, he's going to try to. Whoa!
Nose it over at the finish line, but he still finished the course. Probably the slowest time in M.T.N history.
Oh, that's embarrassing.
He just got out of control and went into the water barriers, but finished the race.
At least he
Now
finished.
that's what I call integrity.
Yeah.
Anyways, here we go. Bigfoot, straight as an arrow, and he wins easily. And we don't even need to see Nightmare. Watch this. Spun right into those water barriers, just could not get his tires to get any grip, especially on the wet grass that we're running on here. Bigfoot moves on into the quarterfinals. Cody, your expectations. Cody, your thoughts so far.
Well, it has been great so far, and I'm looking forward to even more of the intensity of this competition.
Especially with the weather throwing a wrinkle here.
Yeah, making it all the more interesting.
Next up, our next heat, Mark Hall in the Executioner out of Champaign, Illinois. He'll be taking on Steve Hess out of Columbia City, Indiana, and Nightmare.
That'll be a great matchup right there.
That it will certainly will be. And this is pretty much a mismatch between these two trucks. Nightmare with a leaf spring suspension. He'll be going up against the Indiana GMC, going up against Illinois Dodge. First jump, he looks pretty equal, doesn't he? Nightmare by a fender perhaps as he takes that second ramp. Upset, huge upset. Nightmare picks up the victory. Wow.
That was cool. Wow.
I think Executioner just bogged down at the line. Yeah, he did.
Yeah, he did a little bit.
Cut tires are not good on a muddy surface.
Nope.
Hess knew that. He had a full lug tire on his truck, and he cruised on to victory here today. Hess could be the man to win here today. All right, we're down. All right, round number 1, race number 7. And yes, they did change the setup on that. Rod Schmidt in the Grave Digger out of Kill Devil Hills, North Carolina. He'll be taking on Kirk Frankish out of Calgary, Alberta. The Canadian in Wild Thing. Cody, this is a mismatch.
It is because of their differences with the fiberglass and the leaf front.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it may go in Gravedigger's favor a little more, but we'll just wait and see.
Oh, yeah, we'll definitely wait and see on that. Wild Thing and Gravedigger.
Trying to catch up. Wow.
And Gravedigger picks up the victory on that.
He almost had him. That's a surprise.
Yes, I'll tell you what, Kirk Frankish hung with him, but Gravedigger just got the better start because of those full lug tires.
Yeah.
And Rod Schmidt also thinks he has this field covered. We'll have to wait and see about that. But first round win over Wild Thing, Gravedigger moves on. All right, last race of round 1. Brian Townsend and Monster Patrol. And he'll be taking on the lady Kayla Strong in USA 1, Cody.
Yeah. The matchup I want to see for a while on this day right now. It ought to be a great one.
Yep, that it probably will be. USA 1 and the Monster Patrol. Here we go.
I'm rooting one for both. The monsters have been unleashed.
That they have. Good
So far.
race. And
Wow,
I
that was
think
pretty good.
USA 1 got it pretty handily there.
Yeah.
And with the replay comes up, advantage here. Yep, right there. Boss Patrol took a nosedive off the first jump. Kayla Strong learned something after those two disappointing after the two previous outings. She kept it low to the ground, hooked up, while Boss Patrol went up in the air.
Yeah.
And that ends round number 1. All right, Cody, your expectations coming into the quarterfinals.
Well, anything is possible. As far as I know, I think it's possible that Barefoot and Caroline Crutcher are going to have quite the round. And there's a chance that Barefoot could potentially win it, but we'll just wait and see. As for Predator and Snakebite, that will be an interesting matchup. I just know that either one of them can make it out on top. Then we have Bigfoot and Nightmare. Bigfoot could potentially win that round, but you may never know with the police run truck sometimes being capable of winning a round sometimes. And finally, Gravedigger and USA 1, a classic matchup, which we don't see that very often, but it's a good one to see.
Yes, USA 1 and Gravedigger have faced each other off before, several times, in fact, in the TNT era, in the TNT days.
Yeah.
Anyways, let's kick things off now. Kick things off. Gary Porter and the Carolina Crusher going up against Fred Schaefer and Barefoot, Cody.
Yeah, that's another great matchup right there. I can't wait to see what they have to offer on this particular race right now in this event.
Neither can I. Can I? The trucks are staged and we are ready to see if they have detuned their engines enough to get ahead of the competition here. Remember, it is raining hard here at Union Grove, and the track will just not hold the horsepower.
Let's hope they can make it through.
And I think these two teams have detuned their trucks as much as they can. And they're going to go with what they got.
Alright, here we
Slow
go.
start for both of them. And it's Gary Porter.
Wow, he got a win in that round.
Porter bogged down less than Barefoot did.
Yeah.
Yeah, right there. Fred Schaefer just bogged down at the start.
Yep, he sure did.
And Porter, straight as an arrow run. He's got to be grinning ear to ear after that one.
Yeah.
This might be Crusher's day. We don't know. Next up, Alan Pizzo and Predator. The big Panther has been running well, has been running extremely well this season up to this point. We don't see him often on M.T.N. though. This is his first really public. This is really his first appearance on this series, at least for this season. And his opponent will be Sky Hartley and Snake Bite Cody.
Wow. That is going to be amazing to see.
That it will.
Who will be faster? We'll just find out.
Oh yeah, that we will. Will Predator and Snakebite in round number 2, the quarterfinals.
Here we go.
They both saw what happened to Maniac earlier. They don't want it to happen to either one of them. Snakebite a little out of shape over the second jump, but it'll be enough for him to take the win.
Very good.
And Predator actually hung with him. I'm surprised.
Yeah. I'm surprised.
Alan Pizzo, even though he didn't win that race, he certainly made a statement here. Oh man, we might see Team Pizzo again at Pueblo. Mark my words, they're extremely competitive whenever they come into this series. And mark my words, that truck is going to be a player if he comes on board and chases these championship points in this series. Yeah. Alan and Dave and Alan Pizzo, cousins, their family's really involved in this sport. They are going to be players if they come on board and chase these championship points. Snakebite wins, but Predator certainly made the statement in that race.
Indeed.
All right. All right, now we go to the other side of the ladder. Lottie Childress out of Pacific, Missouri in the Bigfoot Ford. And he'll be taking on Steve Hess out of Indiana in the Nightmare GMC, Cody. Mismatch right here.
Yep, it's another one of those. We'll just see who comes out on top.
Oh, yes. And knocking Bigfoot off is no easy feat. We saw Brian Bartle knock him off yesterday in the final. Hess, the only hope that Hess has is to drill that big blue Ford off the start line.
Here we go.
Here we go.
Can he do it?
Oh!
What an upset there.
We'll have to check the times. And yes, Nightmare is your winner in that race.
Woo, that's insane right there.
We told you about the starting line. These guys have been digging holes. So they're digging themselves out of a hole when they come off the start. And Nightmare got the better of that race. Full lug tires is all that made the difference in that race.
Yeah.
And he really tightened the suspension up on that race. Woo! Didn't bounce around much at all, as we kind of like we expected him to, but wow. Nightmare moves on to the semis, knocking off Bigfoot rather early today. Shocker.
Very shocking.
Major upset here. in Union Grove. We told you at the top of the show Nightmare could shake up a bracket. He just shook up a bracket. This will provide some major championship implications. I think we gotta wait, and we'll probably have to wait and see Bigfoot and Barefoot, the top two in the M.T.N points right now, are out of it, this competition. We will have a new winner tonight.
Yeah. Can't wait to see who will win it.
But there's one other former winner they have to contend with coming out of this quarterfinal and coming into the semifinal here. It'll be Rod Schmid in Gravedigger taking on Kayla Strong in the USA 1. Now, last round Kayla Strong got a lucky break and knocked off Monster Patrol by just by keeping the truck low to the ground. Yeah. She's got a much tougher opponent this time, Cody. What do you think?
Well, anything is possible. Gravedigger can still win it, but the USA 1 could also win it if played their cards right.
Mm-hmm. And we'll see who has the better deck here today.
And the better timing, too.
Oh, yes. USA 1 and Gravedigger. Slow start for both, but Digger nice and low. USA 1 went high up in the air, I think. Yeah, there it is. 3 seconds difference. Wow.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, USA 1 just bogged down at the starting line.
Yeah, that's what happened there.
Full lug tires made the difference on that once again. Gravedigger moves on into the semifinals. Going up against Steve Hess and Nightmare. Wow. We have 2 trucks that are former winners in this final 4, and 2 trucks who have yet to win an event in this final 4. Here's a look at your semifinal round matchups, Cody. What are your expectations?
Well, it's probably possible we might see either Carolina Crusher or Snakebite probably up against Gravedigger, but you may never know what will happen here between these 4 in these rounds.
Yep, Nightmare might snooker something, might snooker it from the digger here, but we'll have to wait and see on that.
Yeah.
We are almost 45 minutes into this broadcast. I'm surprised how much progress we made in such a short amount of time. Wow.
Yeah.
Anyways, anyways, first semifinal round will be Gary Porter and Carolina Crusher going up against Sky Hartley in the Snakebite truck. Both of these drivers do not like the weather they are running in right now.
Yeah, I don't blame them at all.
And I can't say I blame them either. It is a quagmire out here in Union Grove.
Just kidding. That'd be funny.
Yeah, I know. Anyways, Carolina Crusher taking on Snakebite right here. Ford versus Chevrolet. And this could be a matchup of the century right here.
It ought to be a good one. All right. They have been staged, and they have been unleashed.
The old pros holding him off.
Wow.
Oh my goodness, 2.3 seconds. The consistent running of Gary Porter is paying off here. Wow.
Dang. Well, he's getting much better at this track now. Even with it
What
raining.
happened? The snake bite? Yep. There's your problem right there. Just bogged down at the starting line.
Yeah.
I swear that starting line has bit so many guys to the guys this on this outing at Union Grove. And Gary Porter is going all the way to the final round. I think he changed his tires between rounds.
It probably did.
There's the setup he ran. He had another set of tires and he put them on the truck. Carolina Crusher moves on. Next will be Rod Schmid in the Grave Digger. And he'll be taking on Steve Hess out of Columbia City, Indiana in the Nightmare.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we go. Nightmare and Gravedigger in the semifinals. Hess has never made it this far in M.T.N competition. He's got to be tickled to death with his truck, especially with how old it is.
Yeah, just because you got a leaf on truck doesn't mean you can't win it. Let's see what they got.
All right, this could be the race of the night. This could be the race of the afternoon. I think Hess. Oh man, Hess hung up with him. I think 2.1 seconds. The margin of difference. Wow. Gravedigger won it pretty easily on that race. Oh, the nosedive off the first set. That's what did Nightmare in.
Yeah. That was not good on his part.
Lost his head on a big bounce. And Gravedigger took no prisoners there.
He liked to lose his head for sure, like a chicken running around with his head cut off.
Yep. Anyways, here we go. The championship race. Two names that have been in the final before, but have yet to score a win. Cody, your expectations coming into this final?
Well, it's possible that Gravedigger can win it, but it's also possible Carolina Crusher can win it because of the consistency that he does pretty well on it. And there's Gravedigger's,
Oh,
rhythm driving. The rhythm throttle is pretty great, so of course he uses that for freestyle most of the time, so let's just see what they both got to offer.
oh yes. It's final to raining hard, but it's final time, and it's time to go to the line. All right, here we go. The Monster Smash Final. Carolina Crusher, Gravedigger.
Here we go.
Side by side, they go over the second set of cars, and it's
Wow.
Gary Porter, the Carolina Crusher, by what? Maybe a fender? Wow, look at that.
Now that is tight. Probably the tightest one on this day.
The tightest race we've seen all day had to be in the final. Wow.
That was something.
Gary Porter and the Carolina Crusher by just a fender is going to take the win. The consistent truck, the consistent running of Gary Porter has finally paid off. The Carolina Crusher takes home the prize in Union Grove, Wisconsin. Cody, Gary Porter. Yep, Gary Porter's got to be ecstatic after that one.
Indeed.
Your winner and champion on this third and final day, a rainy day at that, is Carolina Crusher. Wow. Unbelievable weekend here at Union Grove, the Racine County Fairgrounds. And that will do it for this show on Mustard Truck Nation. Congratulations to Gary Porter, who who finally won on this series in M.T.N. On behalf of my co-host, Legend of We 92, I'm Tom Todd 774. Thanks for being with us. Shout out to 2 or 3 of my subscribers: Barrick Channel, Logan 201, Trayman 3985, and Dr. Volt for your subscriptions. Guys and gals, it means a lot to me, and I cannot thank you guys enough for them. Anyways, leave a like, comment, share, subscribe, and we will see you next time on M.T.N.
Hi, everyone.